Stop it, Arnold. Stop it.
Final Superman trailer called a sneak peek at almost 5 minutes in length. This seems to be a trend.
Are we watching a what if episode? That's an entire episode.
All right, ready? Here we go.
That reminds you of Larry, Nick? Yeah, right?
Stop! Krypto. Take me home. Home. Krypto. Home.
All right, they're doing a pretty good job.
Thank you.
No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have no consciousness whatsoever, merely automatons here to serve. Meet 12. She's new.
He looked at me.
14 fractured bones.
Damage to bladder, kidney, large intestine, lungs.
With a healthy dose of yellow sun, we'll have you up and at 'em in no time.
Level 4?
292 times Saharan Prime, please, one.
Bald guys.
Yeah.
Superman.
Interesting. This is the side of Superman because I've never really gotten into the comics too much that, you don't really get to see on screen a whole hell of a lot, but it feels like it's definitely pulling comic book style vibes with all these interesting characters.
How'd you guys feel about Krypto? I'm wondering if Superman's beat up, so clearly something very crazy has happened because he's very messed up, right? And that's probably going to be going from a very dramatic scene like a betrayal or maybe like an overwhelming enemy is fighting him. You fear for his life. And then they transition directly into a happy-go-lucky dog just being a little jerk that anyone's dog will be from time to time. That's a very drastic transition.
I think you mentioned this in the first one, Nick. Unless it's like the very beginning of the movie, this is the intro to the dog. He's messed up. They put him in the sunshine. That was me when I go outside, by the way. It's kind of like something that's wrapped up quickly after the beginning. Then you move on to like the chunk of the movie.
Right. So we'll see.
Krypto gives me a cross between Rocket Raccoon and Groot vibe, which probably is because it's James Gunn writing it. And some of the Guardians, there's something serious, and then all of a sudden they're just like off the cuff, like, hey, what are you doing?
So, I mean, yeah, in that, Guardians of the Galaxy, though, was not like a very well-known IP at all. Very, very obscure. A ragtag bunch of characters, and he was able to get known actors that had good comedic timing. I hope the actors in this also have good comedic timing, or else there's a lot of things that are going to fall flat, right? Because it takes that special actor who can actually pull the stuff off. Like we were talking about Chris Pratt, who's Guardians of the Galaxy, but also Jurassic World, who was able to pull that off because he does have good comedic timing, right? So we'll see.
Maybe it's James Gunn just writing it to prove that he wants to do the opposite of what DC EU has done the whole time. It's make it light. I'm like diehard DC, and I like the movies that everyone didn't like, but they were all dark. Like everything was under a premise of Batman, basically. Like it just with a different character, and that's not what it is. Right. So maybe that's what he's trying to do is just here's some
lighten it up a lot,
sprinkles of some light.
Yeah, I mean the problem with that though is like, okay, is there some comedy in Superman comics? Yes. They tend to be like the obscure, smaller event type stories within the Superman universe, right? It's not when there's like a world-threatening or universal-threatening event that occurs. Superman is like that beacon of hope, that brightness, that lighthearted yet still serious when it comes to it. But he's not like a funny character, very much Boy Scout-ish.
You know, I think it's an interesting kind of reset on the franchise and tone, though. So if you think about what if they did all of the DC universe in this style, what does the Batman version of this look like, right? Does it go back to the 60s like the original television show with the boom and pow? That's the kind of vibe I get.
I would say that they can definitely take notes from Bruce Timm, showrunner for Batman the Animated Series, showrunner for Superman the Animated Series. Stark differences. Batman was very, very dark. Superman was very light. I still think probably the best interpretation of Superman and of Batman were in those two animated series from the 90s. And yet they had crossovers, right? They were able to do that.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but DC has done some really cool crossovers with other franchises with Batman specifically, right? They've done Batman and Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. They've done Batman and feudal Japan.
One of the best crossovers, like if you get a chance to read it, fantastic, was Batman vs. Predator. Amazing. Like so cool. One of the best alien crossovers ever. Judge Dredd versus Aliens. Bad ass. Jesus, it was great. Sorry. Going on there. Oh, hey, and by the way, the thing I just found out today, our mom watches this show. So let's watch our potty mouths. So Seth,
I know I'm at fault for that. I apologize for the bad influence here. Yeah, I guess. But to wrap up the Superman conversation, a great look at the at his shit. What's the name of his ice palace?
Fortress of Solitude.
That's what it is. Great look at the Fortress of Solitude and a bunch of cool characters.
I still think the concept of the Fortress of Solitude is amazing because it is essentially what the man's bathroom is, but expanded to a giant fortress. I'm in my own little world. Nothing else exists. This is where I spend time to heal myself, but it's this awesome palace.